What's up, everybody? Mike here, and the impossible has happened, at least to me, because I thought it was impossible of us getting a sequel in this franchise. Onimusha is back. Recently at the Game Awards, Capcom came out swinging, announcing not only a sequel to Okami, but a new Onimusha game called Onimusha Way of the Sword. And it's quite a long way off, which I understand. 2026. I'm cool on waiting on that. But this is this is a game, like there's 4 games altogether. It came out, first one back in 2001, and I used to play them so many times, like so much, a lot of fun. My least favorite is 3 though, unfortunately. That game was just not as good as the others. But man, I'm so happy this is back. And it almost feels like this could be potentially Capcom's maybe, and I speculate, their Dark Souls in a sense, or a Souls game. I don't know. Because if you check the Steam page, it's now an action RPG in terms of description, or at least the tags are being used for as action RPG. That was never the case before, because Onimusha was essentially a Resident Evil like within Capcom. It literally, the old school games played like a Resident Evil game. I kid you not. And I mean the fixed camera Resident Evil games, like Resident Evil 1 through 2 or 1 through 3, sorry. We got some new details on this though. It's kind of crazy what's happening with this. This is from the PlayStation blog, where Capcom talks about their thrill to announce after nearly 2 decades, Onimusha series is returning with Onimusha Way of the Sword, a brand new swordplay action game coming in 2026. So they say it's an action game, not an action RPG. I don't know. They need to fix some tags on Steam then. And as I mentioned before, so the first game came out back in 2001. It was called Onimusha Warlords. They remastered it in 2019 as well. And it had swordplay combat based on the Eastern counterattack mechanics. It's introduced as a staple in the series. The mystical Oni Gauntlet bestowed the ability to absorb souls from the Genma, who were monstrous, deformed creatures from another world. And at the Game Awards, Capcom came back with a swing, or slash, I guess you can say, with Onimusha Way of the Sword being set in Kyoto in the early Edo period. The nefarious malice has transformed the historic city into a dark, twisted haven for the return of the demonic Genma. A lone samurai steps forth, wielding the legendary Oni Gauntlet, and engages in brutally graceful sword fights, wiping his brow with sweat and blood. What path will he take, and what is the reason behind those battle-worn eyes? They say stay tuned for more information on Onimusha Way of the Sword, coming to PS5 in 2026. To all the Onimusha fans who have waited this long for our reawakening, thank you for all your support you've shown us over the years. We're back. I am so happy about this, man. I've been wanting the series to come back in some way, whether a remake or a remaster of the rest of the series, but I know there's some issues with, like, licensing and voice actors. There's a particular voice actor in part 3. I don't think you can get him back, or I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if he's still alive. It's a French actor, I believe. I forgot his name, but yeah, I figured there's issues. I was thinking, like, well, shoot, can we at least get a sequel or something like that? I kept thinking in my head, I mean, you've already remade the Resident Evil games. You're freaking continuing Monster Hunter game with Monster Hunter Wilds. You're now bringing back Okami as well. The original dev of that's coming back. He left Platinum Games. So I'll probably do another video on that, a separate video on that, of why he left and his reasoning and stuff like that. And that's insane. Capcom is back. If you haven't felt like Capcom is Cap God or isn't back, they are freaking back, man. This is like freaking early 2000s Capcom again, where they're just freaking working on multiple games, getting multiple games out consistently. Like, it feels good. This isn't taking like 3-5 years, so like that, except for Pragmata. I don't know what the hell's going on with Pragmata. Like, that game is just a mystery. I don't know what the heck's going on. That got announced so long ago, and all we got was like really a cinematic. We didn't get actual gameplay. I don't know what the heck that game's supposed to be about, other than it's like a sci-fi looking game. I don't even know if Capcom knows what the heck that's supposed to be like anymore, but nonetheless, I just have fond memories of Onimusha playing these games. I own the remastered version of the first game. I wish they were remastered the rest, but I know there's some issues with that. As much for the look at this trailer, it looks freaking amazing. So glad. I don't know who that exactly is though. I know in the first game we had Samanosuke Akechi. I don't remember though exactly if he died or if he never died and somehow still alive, and if this is maybe a new iteration of him or a descendant of him or something like that. It's been such a long time since I played the Onimusha games. I would have to go back and find a way to play them all. I mean, well, besides one. Man, but I definitely got to play all of them leading up to this, because I would imagine that this is going to have some references or some things connecting from the previous games in some cases, you know, in some way, something like that. That'd be dope if maybe Seminoskate's back in some way, somehow. I'm looking forward to the fights, and the way the gameplay looks, it's definitely an evolution and looks like a modern action game or modern action RPG, possibly. If it is going to be an RPG, I wonder what elements they're going to have. Could it be Capcom's Souls game? I don't know. It doesn't need to be, but it'd be cool if it is. At the same time, let's see if I can get that right. I don't know. Not everything needs to be a Souls game, but at the same time, I love Souls games, Souls likes. That's just me. I know people don't like that or like to hear it all the time, but it's just a thing that's not going to go away. Just like Battle Royale games, just like roguelikes, just like any other genre that's now popular or been mainstream in some way. They're not going anywhere, guys. So, but this could be really, really cool and exciting. This might seem like Samurai Overload in terms of games. I know in recent years we've had, I think since 2020, we've had a lot of samurai games, like from Ghost of Tsushima. We're about to get Assassin's Creed Shadows dropping in February. We've had, what, Neo 2, Wulong Fallen Dynasty. We got this now, Onimusha's back. We got Phantom Blade coming out soon, and we got some other samurai games coming out in the future. So, are you guys feeling samurai fatigue with these, you know, samurai action games, action RPGs, things like that? I'm cool with it personally. I know we had Rise of the Ronin earlier this year as well. I've still got to get that, but this is still exciting to me. I love it if it's a good one. Capcom, please make this good. You know, I'm hoping, well, we won't get this anytime soon probably, but another game I would like to see a sequel of or come back. We already had Devil May Cry 5, Devil May Cry 6 maybe, but the person who was responsible for that has left and, you know, with new companies. So I don't know. But this one being back is awesome. I can't wait to find out more details. I have no idea when we'll find out more details. Maybe sometime early next year, maybe closer to Summer Games Fest. Either way, I plan to keep you guys updated on this game because this is definitely one of my favorite games that I grew up with as a kid, early 2000s. Well, teenager, really, not a kid, but teenager. This is definitely part of my teenage years and really loved it. And yeah, I'll definitely be covering this, whether it's RPG or not. I'm covering this game. Capcom is my number one favorite dev company. You know, and then it's Square Enix and then From Software. So yeah, they are doing some good shit right here. Keep it up. Let me know your thoughts though, guys, in the comments below. What do you think about this? Are you hype about this? Do you not even know about Onimusha? Does this make you want to go back and play the older games, the original, not trilogy, but there's like 4. You know, let me know. Hit the like if you enjoyed this video as well. Subscribe if you're new. My name's Mike. I'll see you in the next video.